again to another daily reading in the Psalms, and today it's Psalm 23. So let's read that together now. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is the most well-known of the Psalms, and one of the most well-known parts of Scripture. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. God is pictured as the shepherd of his people in the Old Testament a lot. It says in Isaiah 40 that he feeds his sheep. In Psalm 78 he leads his sheep. Micah 7 he protects his sheep, and other examples like that. But this psalm isn't talking that God is the shepherd of Israel. It's much more personal. He's my shepherd. It's me who he leads. It's me who he feeds. It's me who he will take into the darkest valley and lead out the other side. It's an amazing privilege to think that God, the creator of the universe, shepherds us, and we can call him ours. There's a story, you've probably heard it, and you may have even heard me tell it, of a man who once had to go to a funeral of a friend. And at the funeral, someone had been asked to read this psalm, Psalm 23, and the person who read it had the profession of an actor. And as he read it, he read it with a great tone of voice and the correct speed and clarity and intonation, emphasising the different aspects of the psalm. And the man who heard this was really impressed. So impressed it's told that afterwards he decided the following Sunday it's time he went back to church. So living in a village, he wandered along to the local church. That morning. It was a tiny congregation, mostly elderly people, and a preacher got up to speak. He was elderly, his voice was crackly, and he stuttered a bit, and he announced that day his sermon was on Psalm 23, and so he began to read it. And he paused on occasions and tripped up a bit and didn't really it wasn't the polished performance the man had heard the previous week. But that reading impressed him even more. And when asked afterwards why, he would say, the actor knew the psalm, but the preacher knew the shepherd. It's only when you can say, the Lord is my shepherd, that we get that promise, I shall lack nothing. Is he your shepherd? Do you know him?